Baldurs Gate Enhanced Edition. Good day, YouTube. So we are back at Candlekeep. Back at the start, we went full circle, as the video in the last video said.
Hold, travelers! Before you will be allowed entrance, you must donate a tome of great value to our libraries.
I'm sorry, friend, I know that you are the child of God and have dwelt here all your life, but I cannot exempt anyone from sanctions of the Most High or rule. What tome is it?
I'm not a doormat.
You have met the requirements to gain entry to our most holy library. It is fine to see the child of God once again within these hallowed grounds. Please have your less civilized friends refrain from causing troubles. We are very strict with the letter of the law, as you well know. Now there's the rapscallion sit on the little wisp now and make every bolt count. Winthrop, you old fool. If I had an arrow for every one of these practical jokes you've played on me, I don't know. I'd have a lot of arrows. Well made. Yes, he'd run me right out of the fetching business in a flash. It's good to see your impish face again. Now, fill me in what he's been doing lately. I've been trying to get to the bottom of this metal crisis. Merchant Guild is involved somehow. I'm trying. Do you know anything about them? The unthrone child? Why, there'd be no bigger or more dastardly mercantile consortium in all of the Western realms. They've been barred from commerce for their unsavory practices, but all it's done is make them nasty. Best stay clear of them as long as you've still got life.
Close your eyes tonight, and visions of Candlekeep swim into view. As you pass through the gates of the citadel, there is a flash of memory, and you are a child of only a few seasons once more. At your side is Gorion, gray-haired even all those years ago. How old must he have been to age so little in the time since? Aged as he ever was, you still have to run to keep up with him. He has an important meeting with Ulrond, the keeper of the tomes. An important meeting about you. Funny, you don't remember it. As you stand outside the doors of the inner keep, you can hear the shouting from within. Gorion seldom raised his voice, though you did not care to listen to the discussions at your previous stops either. As you trace patterns in the water of a fountain, a reflection distracts you from the argument. A large raven has perched atop a stone wall and stares directly at you with huge black eyes. You stare back through the mirror of the water and are suddenly afraid to meet the bird's gaze any other way. It has claws for feet. You think to yourself, little skeletal claws. The doors of the keep suddenly swing open and Ulrond storms out. He glances at you for a moment, but looks away as he speaks. You both can stay, he sneers, but mark my words, that child will be the death of you. A flash of memory once more, and Gorion walks out of the keep as he is today, dead. You drop your gaze back to the water so as not to see. The raven is gone, but your own image remains. Your eyes are black, like those of a bird. Like father, like child, the reflection says. You wake with a yell, predictably unrested.
And another ability.
Squeaky
Put
wheel
trouble
gets
in
the
your
cat
might
kicking
not
for
add something
goodness.
I'll use. Oh, why have you seen my book? Wait, how you found that? Oh, I just don't know anymore. You haven't been around lately, have you? No, I haven't been back since Gran died. Gran, well, yes, of course, I'm sorry. I've made a fool of myself again. Gran was a good and wise sage, and he obviously raised you with better manners than I would have been able to. Okay.
Salutations. I am Catterley, a visitor of Candlekeep, like yourselves.
Pardon if I seem out of sorts, but the journey has been long and treacherous, and my labours age me. May I inquire as to your name? I'm certain I have seen your face before, but I cannot fully place it. I'm Gashkaran, and I called this place home for many years. Gashkaran, then I know you well, though you may be hard-pressed to remember. I was last here years ago and conferred with your foster father as you were off to chores. Not much your senior, really. I'm certain you're tired of hearing it, and that Legion have told you the same. But Gorion was well known to me. His death has been more widely known. I have received sympathy from many a person I have never met before. Who was he to receive such adulation? Simple respect is all it is. Gorion did many good things for many people. When I last spoke with him, I was barely acquainted with his fellows myself. But those who do tend to keep to themselves their affiliations. He was a long-standing member, from what I understand. Likely he said nothing to you because he wished your childhood to be as normal as possible. I suppose all parents wish this, whether the child is theirs or not. I have yet to meet anyone who came to achieving it though. How do you wager you have fared? As well as I can be expected, though I have learned much about myself that perhaps was better left unknown. That I had gold coin for every person I have heard such a thing. I'm sure your troubles vary greatly from my own experience, but we all have trials we must overcome. We all have a side that should not be seen, that should not see the light of day too often. What matters is how much strength you wish to let it have. But such words are better saved for classes and meditations, not for reunions. I'll take my leave, though perhaps I shall see you again. I am to go. Tomes of Candlekeep are very nearly endless, and I am sure to be here for 10 days at least. There are some within the central keep who wish to speak with you, so it would be wise of you to visit there sometime. Farewell, my friend. It's counting.
Full plate and packing steel.
Something on your mind?
Gaston, my child, look at you. Your face has gained some new light since the day when I tutored you. Like Alan, you speak true, but it's not your fault. You prepared me as well as you could for what lay beyond these walls. I just pray that I am prepared for what I shall find within them. Now I have returned. Why, what is wrong here? Shall I tell the watchers? Yes, call the watchers, but first tell me if you have seen anything strange about the library today. Strange? Why, yes. That is the word I would have used for that coverous fellow. He was here beside me, taking Alundo's prophecies from their place on the shelf and reading them. I could hear his voice, recognize the seer's words upon his quiet breath. But when I turned to steal a glance at him from the corner of my eye, it was a strange thing. His eyes were closed and he was reciting page after page as if from memory. He heard your footsteps, it seemed, and wandered off. and was just returning the prophecies to their rightful place. Might be wise to take a look. If this Kovaras is dangerous though, I'm afraid I'm too old and bookish to be more than a hindrance. Forgive me, but I must leave you now. And maybe it starts now. Wait first. Well, get me in broth and call me steward. If it isn't little Gashkin. Why I haven't seen you nearly quite some time anyhow. Hello Theron, how have you been? I still remember you running about the keep in your little swaddling clothes, pestering the elders and spooking the cows. Ain't that right, Jessup? It surely was. Yep, of course, you never did stay in those rags of yours long. Yes, I remember, but how have you been? You'd be naked as a jaybird at the moment someone turned their back on you. I remember the day that the fellow Blackstaff came floating in. They were tearing around the outer keep with crying hot on your throat. Took the cloak right off his back, you did. Made yourself just the cutest little... Yes, I remember. Could we drop it? How have you been? Wait, I remember it all now. There was a Calvin Blackstaff trying his hardest to look important while you ran through the stables with his cape tied around your waist. Such a laugh. Jessup, I thought I'd catch my death from laughing at it. You and me both. Corinne was shaking like a leaf. You also made. As fun as this has been, I should really be going. Nobody was sure what to do, and then Calvin mutters some words and catches you by the scruff of the neck with some sort of spectral hand. He hauls you out and drops you right in front of him, grabbing his filthy cape in the process. Everyone was scared they were, weren't they, Chisholm? Sure enough, scared witless. Yep, and then old Calvin busts out in the biggest laugh you ever heard. Everyone in the keep was laughing like mad, except you. You just stood there naked as the day you were born and wondering what the fuss was about. I tell you, those were the days. Yes, I think I'll be going now. Oh, certainly, little one. Stop by any old time. I've got some paintings of you as a youngster. I'm sure your little friends would love to see. Remember the one cashed on the bearskin rug, Jessup? Surely do, in the buff as usual. Cute as a buck you were. Go play with your friends, no problem. Some of the Lord of Buddha are fated to come into the inheritance through bloodshed and misery. It is the hope of their father that only one shall remain alive to inherit his legacy. I foresee that the children of Baal shall kill each other in a bloody massacre. During the days of the avatars, the Lord of Murder will spawn a score of mortal progeny. These offspring will be aligned good and evil, but chaos will flow through them all. When the beasts bastard children come of age, they will bring havoc to the lands of the Sword Coast. One of these children must arise above the rest and claim their father's legacy. The inheritor will shape the history of the Sword Coast for centuries to come. Well, I'll be. If it isn't someone with a tale to tell, I don't know who it is. What have you been up to in the past while? Now I guess I just took the long route on friendly arm, but of course Nashgal will escape. I've been trying to get to the bottom of the metal crisis. I haven't put it all together yet, but the Iron Throne has their hand in somehow. The Iron Throne, two of their leaders are here right now in the central keep. You know what you're doing, because Candlekeep isn't a place for blind accusations. Look, we'll just prepare and pretend the topic never come up, okay?
Really, nigga?
Butt kicking for goodness!
Agashkara, I heard you had returned. If only we weren't in such dark times. Something is afoot in Candlekeep. There's an unvoiced panic amongst those who still call these haunted halls our home. Must help us, I pray. Anything, Yapara, just tell me how. How, if only I knew. Go around, search about. You have been away for a time. Perhaps your eyes will see things that we cannot. We've been here too long. We are blind to malignancies, for they have crept up so slowly and absorbed themselves into our gaze. But they are here. My eyes can't see them, my ears can't hear them, but all that is in me screams that with the knowledge that they are there. Now hush, no one must know that we've been called. Hello Gashford, it's good to see you here once again. I bet you could not have returned during a more restful time. Why, what is going on that would cause you such stress? Oh, it's nothing, I'm sure. It's just that, well, things just seems a little strange around here. Those decidedly unmerchant-like merchants for one. And some of our own monks are acting odd as well. One fellow in particular. Really? Who would that be? Well, there's this fellow named comrades. I assume he is visiting sage of some sort, but he seems more interested in our guests than the tomes. It makes me nervous. I think he's had the same effect on others as well. And Shestal has been out of sorts for days. He is not as thick-skinned as I. You remember how nervous he used to be? He's quite the opposite now. Seems like a totally different person. Don't worry about him. I shall go. It has been nice speaking to you.
Full plate and fucking steel.
Oh, I thought I might find you somewhere around here. Allow me to introduce myself. Please do. My name is Comrades. I used to work for your father, running messages to his harbor friends in Winthrop. Before he passed on, he entrusted this ring to me and asked that I give it to you should evil ever befall him. Will you take it? And what evil befell him, Comrades? You were there. You saw it all. A woman, an armored figure, two ogres wielding clubs, two archers, but Grimes' pretty magic was of little use against him, was it not? And you fled with your tail between your legs, hiding amidst the trees until dawn broke. And now it comes full circle, doesn't it? The Iron Throne so close that you can almost touch them and wreak your revenge for that night. You're right, Cause I was there myself, my father and 6 others who tried to kill us. Where were you, if you know so much? If you be so void of trust, I'm surprised you have made it this far. It is of little matter. Go seek your vengeance on your doom. Then of the Iron Throne, I wash my hands. Kashkar, you look distressed. What is the job? Nothing. There is trouble, you gentlemen. You must help me. You are right, I have felt it too. Pray tell me how this aging friend can help you. As Chanter, you know the history of this keep better than any other. I've grown up here, I have played within its walls, but there were many places I was never allowed to go. I'm older now and I will go where I must, but please. Are there any places in this keep of which I was never told? But what right have you to ask that child? I'm not a child anymore, Chanter. The entire keep is in danger, even its most secret and sacred places. Please, Chanter, Brian would have had it so. I'm growing older and the young are not so young anymore, nor the carefree so carefree. Aluanda the seer, the one who founded this fortress of knowledge and whose prophecies I chant each day, is entombed deep in the bowels of this place. I tell you, Kashkaran, because you were right. This time you knew, but I beg, in God's name, do not venture into those trapped and watered halls unless some higher power than myself bids you go. Your stepfather would never forgive me for your loss. I must go now, child. Kashkaran, it is time to chant the seer's prophecies as I always have. It's time to find out the truth. My dear sir, you must realize that it is manners that make the gentleman. So would you kindly prove that you are one by leaving? The right people can afford to be rude, but this is not you. Leave now before my irate companion Brunus lets his temper get ahead of his reason. You're the leader's pride throne. We're the ones who've caused you so much trouble over the past weeks. We know that you're all about that suit, so would you felt it. And you're stupid enough to admit this. Well, my young friend, you may find safety within the library, but once you've left, there will be no place for you to run. How about you just end all our problems right here and now? Draw still and let's sort everything out with the sharp of our blades. This is most distasteful. I've always known that rudeness is how the weak make themselves look strong. Even if you were to somehow beat us in battle, how would you escape the keep? Did you think the monks would let you go about murdering everyone within their keep? Crash them, mutton boys. Shot boy, fire.
You're a queer fellow.
Thy temper shield.
You shall draw.
Nature's servant awaits.
You shall tangle.
You need me?
You shall draw.
Let's talk more fun.
You shall
For
undo.
goodness.
Whatever they need. What you want?
You shall do this.
They wish my ear.
You shall do this.
Cool fun. Fun kicking for goodness.
That all?
You shall do that.
Yep.
With a magic missile over here.
Go for the eyes. Blast!
I enough. Whatever they need.
No thought of...
No less.
You
Yes.
point, I punch.
This is Cameron's.
Yes. Let's talk. Squeaky wheel gets the kick.
I should have joined the army.
Ashkelon, stay where you are. I do not wish to harm you, but you must come with me. You are to be questioned regarding the murder of the Iron leaders. They were apparently killed not an hour ago, and an item of yours was found with the bodies. Please, you will get a fair trial if you come quietly. I will use. Alright. Yes, I killed them, but they attacked me. They're the leaders of the Iron Throne. The people behind the iron shortage and everything else that's been wrong in the site. We did everyone a favor by killing them. This is not for me to decide. Please, you have my word that you will not be harmed. If you are innocent, you will be judged accordingly. I will come quietly. Your weapons will not be necessary. Glad to hear that. I do not wish harm. I'm sure this mess will be cleared up soon.
Psych!
So, Gashkarari, you have sullied your father's ego. Defiling his however bring you ruin to peace that has lasted for centuries. I spit on you and all of your friends. Your transgressions will be punished in the most severe form. I formally accuse you of the murders of Brunus Kostak and Realta Chief. But I have done nothing wrong. Why have you accused me of such a thing? You were seen fleeing the site of the murder by the guest known as comrades. From everything we have seen and found, it is not hard to figure what your purpose was. From what I have been told, you have been trying to place all the misfortune of the Sword Coast squarely on the shoulders of the Iron Throne. I assume you and your friends are assassins in the employ of Arm. Perhaps you were sent up north to create discord in the region before an alien invasion. It matters little. You and your friends are to be sent to Baldur's Gate where an appropriate punishment will be administered. Hello, Yoruba. I'm sorry to see thee in such terrible circumstances. I know thee well enough to see that you have been falsely accused. Tomorrow, Urad will most likely sentence thee to be sent to Baldur's Gate. There thou wouldst receive the death penalty for these actions, and know that Goran would not want to see his only child killed in his camp a few weeks after his own death. It is as a favour to his memory that I will help thee escape. Make thy way through the catacombs beneath the library, but disturb them not. I have your possessions with me. You must take them and go with haste. Do you know anyone by the name of Kovras? I know of no one named Kovras, but Kovras is the reverse for Serverov, a young man who accompanied the leaders of the Iron Throne when they were first came here. I know not where he has gone. I know it's time for you to go, Gashkara. I can teleport you to the secret room that leads to the catacombs. From there you are on your own. You must be careful within the catacombs, as there are many guardians and traps, and perhaps whoever planned these murders. However dangerous the catacombs may be, they are a safer alternative than Uran's Ra. I want to teleport us outside of the keep. Candlekeep is protected by powerful runes that seal it from divinatory and alteration magic. If I were to teleport you outside of Candlekeep, you would be ripped asunder when you came in contact with a protective field. Trust me, child, this is the only way. And that is that for this week. This episode. Next episode, we will go into the catacombs with Ron. Guys, have a fantastic day. This is Cash signing off.